Okay. The way my bike looks now, I get checked out a lot. My bike's a babe magnet now. When I like pass by another cyclist and we have a moment where we're like checking out each other's bikes, I like those a lot.
I'm JP Partland. I've been a daily cyclist since I was 12, so that'd be about 28 years.
My name is Mark Isaac.
My name is Jason Kaplan.
Mostly racing, and I train for bike races and things like that. It used to be just kind of to get around.
Exercise.
It makes me feel good.
The one time I had a bicycle experience that was not great was, I think it was actually the first or second day I had the bike. I tried to pull up right in front of the apartment building here, and there's a big pothole, so I decided I would stop in the pothole. But I didn't actually stop. I just thought I'd come to the pothole, get off my bike, and then go. But I ended up going into the pothole, and my bike flipped over, and I flipped over my bike. It was worse than I did in public. That's my pride hurt.
I actually got hit here down the street from my house. A guy was making a U-turn in the middle of St. Nicholas Avenue, and he shouldn't have been making the U-turn to begin with. And he did it in front of a cop, which was really stupid. And they hit me on top of it was crazy. And I was physically okay. My front wheel was wrecked. And the guy was kind of pissed at me for, wrecking his morning because he had to stop for a minute. And the cops were there. And the cops said, we could wait for an ambulance and that'll take a while. And basically they looked at me and said, are you okay? And I said, I think I'm okay. And I checked myself out, but my front wheel is wrecked. And they said, what do you want to make it good? I said, I don't know, 120 bucks? And the cop said, they turned to the guy and said, we can get an ambulance or you can give him 120 bucks on the spot. And the guy's like, I don't know. And it's like, we can be here all day and you can get a ticket for this. And the guy took out his wallet. He actually even offered me more. You have to be mentally on your toes. You have to be aware at all times. You certainly can't ride the streets with your head in the clouds.
I think I'm cautious enough that when I ride regularly without a helmet, and I'm always aware of everything. I always ride cautiously, even when I'm moving between cars and things like that.
I have a helmet, I have a front light, back light, and I wave my arms violently. Yeah, I don't want to shock anybody. I just go, hey, hey! Wherever, if there's a jogger there or something, just to let them know.
I don't know, for me, I have it in my head already that, if something's going to happen to me on a bike, it's not going to matter if I wear a helmet or not. Okay. It wouldn't be that, severe. I mean, I've been in an accident before where I didn't even hit my head and I was in the hospital for 2 weeks.
Another story, I had 37 stitches right here. So, saw some bone, I wasn't very happy, but, so I've been
Endured before, and so I'm always cautious to keep my distance from the cars now.
I'm going to say it's not dangerous because velocity is what kills cyclists, which is to say that cars moving 45, 50 miles an hour are much more dangerous than cars moving 25 miles an hour. And as a result, because of, at least in Manhattan, because of the numerous traffic lights and pedestrians and bicycles and pedicabs and trucks and carts and rollerbladers and dogs, most car drivers have to be somewhat aware. I mean, more aware than, say, the average suburban driver. And so that makes it a little safer than people think. Definitely. Okay. The improvement in the infrastructure doesn't necessarily improve cycling safety, but at the same time, it certainly can't hurt, and I'm glad that the city is making a lot of attempts at it. I think
the bike parking that's near Barnes & Noble's and Union Square, it's like a shelter, that's a good idea. Not really. When I park at school in Manhattan, I go outside several times a day just to check to see if it's still there. And I know a lot of people, they take parts of their bike with them, so people won't want to steal them.
I've never actually locked up a bike in New York, so I don't know. As long as it was known to be safe, I would do it.
No, yes and no. I mean, I ride this daily. This is not the bike I lock up. I have a commuter bike too, that currently is locked and is It's in what I think is a relatively secure spot, and I definitely lock it up when I'm going places. This bike I bring in. Yes.
Have you used it?
I used it at some bike event. I definitely have used it, but I'm just trying to remember where it was. Maybe there was a bike show at the Armory several years ago. It might have had valet parking, and I think I did some event at the Bike Film Festival where there was valet parking.
Yes. There's actually a party in Denver that I went to that was like that, bike prom where they had bike valet. That was pretty nice.
Oh yeah, I would for sure. If I had to if I can go, let's say like to the movies or something like that, and know that I could give somebody my bike and it would for sure be there for me afterwards, I would definitely do that, you know.